Good morning, Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues, and partners. Let me first join Minister Kissler in expressing our deepest condolences to the victims and everyone affected by the tragedy of the Ethiopian Airlines crash. Honorable Minister Sim Kissler, Minister of Environment for Estonia and President of the 4th UN Environment Assembly, my colleague Maimuna Maud Sharif, Acting Director General of UN Office in Nairobi and Executive Director of UN Habitat, the Honorable Minister of Environment of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Mr. Keriako Tobiko, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 4th United Nations Environment Assembly, or as we say in Kiswahili, karibuni kwenye bunge la 4 la Umoja wa Mataifa. We are here today because we share a common sense of purpose. We can no longer delay taking action to protect people and planet. And the good news is that around the world, there are many examples of people, governments, enterprises, civil society that are not willing to wait to change our collective future. In Cameroon, for example, farmers use solar-powered dryers to dry cassava crop. This means they can store what they produce for longer and get a better price in the market. In the Philippines, a textile startup collects waste and transforms them into footwear and fashion accessories. Sri Lanka, affordable electric conversion kits aim to transform the iconic tuk-tuk. We are not starting from scratch. These innovations challenge the very basis on how we treat our planet. We can no longer grow now and clean up later. We have reached the planet's limits. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that we need to transform the way we live, how we produce, and the choices we make. And we have the power to do so. We have grown at the expense of nature, and it is time to turn a 360-degree U-turn. We have compelling science that lays out the urgency with which we must act. Last year, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released a report saying that we must quickly and drastically reduce our climate warming emissions. A few weeks later, UN Environment's Emissions Gap Report concluded that in order to avoid a rise of more than 1.5 degrees centigrade in global temperatures, we need to step up climate action 5 times. So what could this transformation look like? 1, we need to move quickly to a low-carbon, green economy that by 2050 reduces fossil fuel by 80%. 2, it is time to be kinder to the environment in how we produce food, reducing the environmental impact of food production by 2/3. 3, we need to achieve a near zero waste economy by 2050. Circularity must be the driving force for the future we want. This week, thousands of us are gathering here in Nairobi. Your commitment sends a strong signal to the world that we can achieve these ambitions. The presence of almost 100 ministers of the environment demonstrate the political will is not in short supply. Partnerships will be the glue that bind us together because a healthy planet depends on us all. Innovation will be the heartbeat of the transformation we want, and this cannot happen by itself. Policies and incentives to spur innovation and sustainable consumption and production must be backed up by efforts to build implementation capacity. And I'm so proud that we will have many civil society organizations, governments, social enterprises, and companies here at the Assembly who will be demonstrating the power of innovation in reducing poverty, powering business, addressing environmental challenges, and promote sustainable development. What is clear is that the appetite to change the way we live and consume does exist. UN Environment Program's #SolveDifferent campaign aims to inspire us to change the choices we make in our daily lives, and I'm excited to report that we have already recorded more than 2.7 million positive choices aiming to reduce the environmental costs of consumption and production models. More than 4,000 delegates from 170 countries will be at the Assembly this week. I challenge you all to join the global push and share your commitments using the #SolveDifferent hashtag. So, as we embark on a busy week ahead, I ask all of us to be open, to be optimistic, and be bold, and to focus on the end goal, which is to ensure that the collective well-being of all people on this planet. To close, in the words of the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, and I quote him, "In this fast-changing world, standing still means falling farther behind," end of quote. So let's move ahead. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.